Alright, quick update on Dogecoin. So I think the last video I made on Dogecoin was about 2 days ago. So we were literally just hugging the bottom of this purple line. Now, if you didn't watch my video, I basically said, we are kind of stuck between these two purple lines until we do have a big move to the upside or the downside. I would just be sitting on the sidelines. Obviously, I said the macro trend on this is extremely bearish. There's no way that you can say it is bullish, because if we draw a fib from the high to the low, we are literally hugging the bottom of this fib. We're not even close to the 236, so you could argue that this could have a massive pump up to the 236. It would basically be, a 1x return, and it would still be a lower high from here, here, and the market structure really doesn't change until we do get above the 618 all the way up here. So I know that is a pretty steep level to go. Do bear in mind, obviously Dogecoin has fallen from close to $1 to 12 cents. So whether this will do well in the long term or not, I'm unsure, but at least in the short term, we do need to make a solid move above one of these orange or purple trend lines. Until we do have a solid break above or below, I personally would just be sitting on the sidelines and waiting for, kind of more confluence on what's going on. If I do just take, a somewhat degenerative trend line, because, bear in mind this has only been going on for like 2 weeks, so I wouldn't put too much emphasis on it. We are in something like a descending triangle pattern. Obviously the bottom of this triangle part is, really only very tiny part, so you can still see that this is very valid. Nonetheless, whatever you want to call it, we're stuck between this descending trend line, and so far we've had a couple of pushes up on this trend line. So what's interesting is the apex of this triangle ends on the 12th of March, so within 3 days we should have a decision. And what's also very interesting is the apex of this triangle, give or take like a tiny minute fraction, the apex of this is basically on the bottom of this purple line. So if we do break below the apex, we would have had another breakdown below this purple line. That would have been the third breakdown, and in my opinion, we would have lost this purple trend line at that point. On the flip side, on a more kind of bullish note, if we do come back, backtest this, and then hold this trend line, we could see a move all the way up to 14, which isn't really a crazy move from a backtest of the trend line. It would only be a 17% move. But what I am looking for personally, like I said, either a breakdown, which would equate to about a 27 to 28% dump on Dogecoin, or a break up of this purple channel. So, personally, I'm not predicting that we're going to go up or down. I am saying, obviously, the macro trend is very bearish. This can change at any point. I mean, if we could literally start exploding up today, and I would not be surprised. But, what I am saying at least is if we do start exploding up, I would need to see a break of this 618. Once we get above 14, I think, we've got a lot more space to go up. The only, next resistance that I really even see having any effect would be a 24% move. So I'd much prefer trading the breakout of this orange box, or trading the purple box. I don't know why I keep on saying orange, but I would be looking for a trade once we did break the purple box here, or the purple line here at the 618, which is the 14-cent level, or a breakdown of the 12-cent level. Until we do have a solid move above either the top or the bottom of this kind of purple channel that we're in right now, I would just be sitting on the sidelines, because I don't feel like there's no decision being made. So at least from what I can see, nothing has been decided. If I draw a fib from the high to the low, you can see we're kind of getting stuck at the 236 right now. The 0.5 also nicely lines up with this trend line, so we would pretty much have a very nice breakup, in my opinion, if we did manage to break the 14-cent. But until then, I will be keeping my eyes on this triangle. If we do break the top of it, I think we're at least going to be coming up to 14 cents. But like I said, I mean, we could do something like this and then, break down below this like later on in the month. We could, be stuck trading in here for weeks and weeks or months. You know what? If while we are trading in here, like I said, I'm not going to make any decisions on what's going to happen. I'm personally not going to be trading. I'm just waiting for a breakup or a breakdown, and then respectively, I'll either be longing if we do break the 14 cent, or I will be shorting if we do break below the 12 cent, back test it, and then come down. At this point, I would be shorting. But yeah, like I said, we're very much, you know, somewhat neutral. We're neutral in the short term and obviously bearish in the long term. But, you know, these dog coins do have mass euphoria. When they do go up, they absolutely rocket to the moon. So I have no doubt at some point Dogecoin is going to go on a fat rally. But until we do break this this purple box, then, you know, like I said, I won't be making any plans or any trades. So that's pretty much all I see for Dogecoin. Best of luck. Once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.